Hi everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. And today is the return of Kirby Planet Robobot. We are hearing Pristine Office March, otherwise known as the Laser Area. And then we have Studying the Power Plant, Pyramid Area, and in parentheses, Factory Inspection from Kirby 64. A callback? I had no idea. I'm not going to be hearing the original if there is one, but that's interesting. Requested by Ultimate Chicken and Ace Attorney Fan 621. These are from the channel JOE VGM, the homie. Okay, well, it hasn't been too long since I've heard Robobot because I heard versus Stargene not too long ago. This is Pristine Office March. Kirby PR. Ow. Sounds so like I am a robot. We've had the same melody like 3 times on 3 different instruments. It's a very punchy soundtrack, isn't it? Very in your face. Okay. Yeah, I get it. That was the shit. That was quite the interlude. I think that was the interlude. Are we gonna hear that again? And yet the rest of the song is very like very jingle, you know? Interesting. I was gonna say before that happened that this is one of the more simple Kirby songs I've heard. Just very groove oriented. And then that happened. But it's cool though, it's got like that whiplash of the beat and then the... We have a minute. What's gonna happen in this minute? Laser area. Round 2. That's the best part. The arpeggio. That's so cool. Who else but Kirby? Before you answer that, I'm going to do something that I don't really do. I'm going to slow that down to 0.75. Just that part. I want to hear what's going on there a little better. You know what's really impressive of that? That's like 40 seconds of that. That is a long section of music. That's almost a solo basically. But they use it in a non-solo fashion. They use it like as a chorus, question mark, and then the little da 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 da. It sounds like a verse. I don't know. The immediate thing that went to my mind was like, this is something like Deadmau5 or Skrillex would make. There's like this musical break. That was so unique. Even for Kirby. You may not agree with that, and that's okay. But for me, since I'm still very new to this, which by the way, I just created a Kirby playlist. I thought I had one already, but I didn't. So every Kirby song I've ever done has its own playlist. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So most of the time in Kirby, it's closer to like that weird part here, but like maybe for a couple seconds, not 40. So I was going to make a comment on how this has a very unique cadence to it, this rhythmic structure where it's very simplified. Da-da, 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 da-da. Very song, swing. I don't recall much of that in Kirby. It's like the opposite usually. It's pretty chaotic and full of technical prowess. So, but then when it does get into this like technical prowess, I haven't even heard that side of Kirby either. Like they went way up there with it. They cranked it to a very extended segment of music with a lot of what is reminiscent of like sampling, right? It sounds like other parts of the game pasted in there for a couple seconds and then taken out. It was a very sound effect heavy thing. Pristine Office March is kind of a vague title, but Laser Area kind of gives me, well, I mean, that sounds pretty straightforward actually. Laser Area. The song has more of a lighthearted nature to it, but I'm gonna guess where this plays is a very bad area. like it's lasers equal bad, a type of thing. You don't want to be here, but the music is kind of keeping you in high spirits, even though there's just death everywhere. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And yeah, I think it's really cool that two things I haven't really heard in Kirby are both together at once. And yeah, it reminds me. I'm not sure when Robobot came out, but if I had to take a guess, maybe it was during the heyday when dubstep was kind of all over the place in the mid 2010s here in the US, well, everywhere in the world. It was first from the UK, but then it came over here. So maybe they were like inspired by Skrillex, and Deadmau5 isn't dubstep, but Deadmau5 kind of does stuff like this too. I actually haven't heard Deadmau5 in a long time, but it reminded me of that. That was really, really good. And I wonder if any of... Well, here's my question before I move on to the next song. Is that motif that we heard in this one, the little da-da, da-da, is that used anywhere else, or is that just for this song? And in that interlude section of the chaotic noises, does that... I would have to assume that borrows something from another game. Or this game itself. It feels very Easter egg-ish to me. That was great. Now, I should mention, I have no idea if these songs are connected. I just put them together because they're from the same game. So, there's that. By the sounds of it, probably not. Studying the power plant pyramid area, even those two things are very conflicted. But just no note on this one. It does say factory inspection from Kirby 64. If this is a callback to that, I'm not doing that today. I don't even know if it's requested. And I've only heard Kirby 64 like once before, so this is news to me. Now that we got all that out of the way, this is studying the power plant. Whoa. This is the second Kirby song I hear with power plant in the title in less than a week. How about them apples? The other one was for Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the churning, whatever. Small world. All right. Studying the power plant. Pyramid area. My brain says, am I going to hear Egyptian scales? No. Kirby music is insane. It really is. It's so full of character. It has so much character. Sounds like a bagpipe. I thought this was supposed to be like Pyramid, not Scotland. Also, the whole like bass and percussion being muffled on purpose, that's interesting. Like, what's the artistic choice there? That's cool though. What the heck, man? Kirby is so good. It's so not afraid to do whatever it wants in music. I love it. But damn, is it confusing. Like, even that's musical, even though it sounds like a piece of metal. Ding, 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 ding. There's that same motif, but now on the bagpipe. How did they come up with this stuff, dude? Like, the beat, the percussion, and the bass are so cool, even though they sound like off, kind of. But it's like adding to the whole charm of it all. This is so good. And it's just simple, right? It's just like this repetition thing. Studying the power plant. Pyramid area. Should I do this? Is that a dumb question? The things I do. Well, I have to see if it's requested. Hold on. Jesus, dude. It is requested. Alright, David. It's your lucky day. It's your lucky day. I am going to throw a bonus in here because Kirby fans are just so nice. This is requested by David, longtime Nintendo fan. This is spontaneous. I wasn't going to do this. This is Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Factory inspection from the channel Lyzorb. Let's go. Wow, that's so faithful to it, too. Oh my gosh. It's the same song. They kept it the same, they just updated the sounds. Wow. Kept the sound effects, but changed the sounds. I wonder why they changed the name of it. I guess they had to change the name of the level, but this is so cool. I really don't like hearing two different games in one video because of fitting it in the title, but whatever. There's that dissonant ass chord. Wow, they did such a good job remastering it. I don't even care which one you like better. They did a good job remastering it. Whatever you say. They took care of their fan base. Damn, dude. Now that makes me think how many songs I've heard that have been remade. I don't know. That's so cool. Because you can hear the musical note in that. Even though it's like more of a orchestral stab of just noise. It's gonna get stuck in my head. Just so you know, I have no context on any of these songs. That just added a whole other layer of mystery to me that I don't even feel like trying to decipher. But basically, from what I'm getting here, this is the original. Please say yes. And it's factory inspection, which I would have to assume is a factory level filled with turning cogs and conveyor belts and all that stuff, yellow warning sign, etc. because right there at the end, during that little, right before the dun 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 dun, you hear that like, you hear a lot of just machinery noises, which I also heard in the other song. Wow, they really did such a good job of just like remaking it basically, but modernized. When was this uploaded? 4 years ago? I would have to assume it was around 4 years ago when it came out. Well, I'm not here to debate which one's better. I don't care. But damn, did they do a good job keeping it faithful with like the instruments sounding very close, just, you know, cleaner. The confusion for me is this one is called Studying the Power Plant, which power plant factory, I can see that. Pyramid area, that part confuses me. But also why they didn't just use the name of the same stage. So I think this is less of a direct callback. Maybe it's not the exact same level from Kirby 64, but it's just heavily inspired. And or Planet Robobot is nothing but callbacks to other games. I don't know. But damn. This was actually JOE VGM's fault for doing this, because the request didn't say anything about this one or about Kirby 64. I saw it in the description here. It's factory inspection from K64. So thank you, everybody. Thank JOE VGM, who's one of the best channels on YouTube. And you'll probably see them in the comments. But it's not often I do that because I have to fit all these titles into one video somehow. But that's gonna get stuck in my head. The first song is gonna get I'm gonna remember because of that crazy interlude. I think it just kind of goes without saying, but Kirby is just undeniably like top 10 video game music ever made. It's so yeah. No, it's just I don't know, like I can just tell that passion project, the word comes to mind. You know, talent, obviously. I feel like Nintendo has some of the best people in the entire industry at the helm for their Kirby games. Other stuff too, but Kirby is just like so unadulterated, like video game music to the core that you can't deny it. And it's good. It just sounds good. It feels good, and I've never even played the games, so I can only imagine how good it feels in the game. Tell me whatever you want, but I have to get out of here. That was sick. 3 songs. Wasn't expected, but cool. What was the first one called? I don't even remember. What was it called? Sorry. My brain is Pristine Office March Laser Area. Yep. Oh, actually, there is a note in here for Pristine. Hold on. I just saw that, my bad. There is no genre Kirby composers won't tackle, and this is such a cool example of that. Yeah. Yeah, I already said that. You're late. Just kidding. Okay, well. Thank you to the requesters. Kirby fans, enjoy your new playlist. And I don't know what to say. I gotta get out of here. These soundtracks are nuts. And very good. That's all. The end. Thank you to all the requesters, all 3 of them. Thank you to the YouTube channels. Thank you to all the patrons you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.